I've been waiting to do this one. Let's review Bring Her Back. Spoiler free, of course. I was very fortunate to see an early showing of this about nearly a month before it releases on July 26th here in Scotland in just a few days' time. Thank you, View Cinema. This film was written and directed by the Philippou brothers, some of the most distinctive and interesting voices in filmmaking right now, and it follows siblings who enter into this new foster home situation with their guardian played by Sally Hawkins, who plays her character in this like really unsettlingly overly nice way. Like, do you ever meet someone and your internal monologue is just going, you have definitely buried a body at some point? That's her. Every alarm bell is going as soon as you meet this woman. Of course, it is worth saying that you do get fantastic performances across the board in this film. I do find more often than not now that these smaller casts really facilitate a higher standard. Definitely pays off here. And wee Jonah Wren Phillips as Oliver. Okay, that little shit is gonna haunt young horror fans who watch this film a little bit too young, in the same way that Damien from The Omen did, I swear to God. Being honest though, and this is where I'm gonna get controversial, I can't describe this as just a horror film. Okay, I just can't. It's a genre and tone bender for sure. Like, it's a somber, emotional take on like a psychological thriller with supernatural vibes just slowly being added into the mix and growing intensity as the runtime continues. And that played off really well for me. I was fully engaged because I could feel the film evolving, and it built up this anticipation of, ooh, what next? Would I say it's scary? Yes, but more in a disturbing way. Like, yeah, there's gore, but not in terms of like blood, or at least not just in terms of blood. If you're someone who cringes and winces at that kind of thing, good luck, I guess. But also from a story perspective, like the manipulation, the gaslighting, the fact that this foster home situation is, in this story, fictional, that it's turning into a literal hellscape, but it very much mirrors what could be the reality for a lot of people. And many of the horrors of this film do come from the real life consequences of people's actions, decisions pertaining to grief, not processing grief. It's just conveyed to us in a supernatural story. And it's not just the story that gets you buying in. We have some very high standards of camera work and visual composition in this film. I swear the Philippou brothers must just make a shot list and think, we're not going to go for any of the easiest options in terms of framing, so it means that any little story details that are conveyed through those means don't feel like they have flashing neon signs above them, as they often do, saying, pay attention to this for later. It doesn't treat its audience like idiots. It lets you participate in completing the puzzle, which I very much appreciate. Thank you for not treating me like an imbecile. If you've seen Bring It Back, please let me know what you thought in the comments, but try and keep it spoiler free to be cognizant of other people in the UK that have yet to see it. I will delete you, you've been warned. Follow for more film content, and I'll catch you later.